Dr. Sharifa. So basically, hi and welcome to the research methodology for final year project. It's not for final year project. For every research methodology you need to follow, but here we are going to formalize your research proposal. If you have, I think because you are in middle of the final year project, I think most of you at least know some components, but here I'm going to characterize and put everything together and review together. And if you have any question, then we can try to discuss and hope to be go to everything be clear. Okay, so I think almost here and 2-3 students left, but I prefer to start because we have not enough time to cover everything. If you have any question, because I have already closed the chat box here and nothing here. If you have any question, please open your microphone and ask your question. Basically, anything here that we are going to review today is about the an introduction about the research, what's the research, and then how to prepare your part of your proposal about the title and abstract. I think for your case, abstract is not compulsory in the proposal. I'm not sure, you need to check with Dr. Sharifa, but you need to know about the title. Your title also given by your lecturer, respective lecturer, but in the future when you went to hopefully you go to a higher level for master or PhD, you need to write your title. It's not the time that your lecturer give you the title. You need to write the title, and so basically you need to know what's the title and the abstract of a proposal, or same in proposal and also in the final report we have title and abstract. In proposal also we have title and abstract, but I'm not sure that for your case, for FYP, the abstract is compulsory, but for master and PhD is compulsory. Then about the aims and objectives, what's the aims, what's the objective, about the research contribution, problem statement, research contribution. This part we call as mostly name as introduction part. You need to mention about the problem statement, and the research contribution sometimes they call as rationale of the study, different name, but the scientific name is research contribution. Then writing your literature review and how to acknowledge your sources. About the plagiarism, we review, paraphrasing, quoting, citing, referencing, and research planning. The Gantt chart we are going to describe here. And a small part about the methodology that because it's case by case, the methodology is different. So I try to just point some of the important things. As you know about the research, what is the research? Research is a procedure by which we attempt to systematically find the answer to a question or the resolution of a problem with the support of demonstrable fact. This is the meaning of research. In the research, we are going to systematically find an answer for a question. If you check your title that you have already, there is something inside that you are going to find a answer for your question. So it should be systematically. And another definition about the research is a systematic investigation into the study of materials, sources, etc., in order to establish facts and reach new conclusions. So you need to have new conclusion on the investigation that you are going to do. You need to reach the new conclusion, not the repeat of the previous research. So finally, you need to reach a new conclusion in a systematic way. So what's the systematic mean? Okay, in a research, we have one cycle. This is a systematic way. We have a cycle in research, starting by identify research area. How to identify? By reading the previous articles, by discussing with our lecturer, by discussing with the friends, by discussing with the industry. It's different. But for a scientific cycle, mostly the identification of the research area is coming from the previous literature. We read some previous literature, then find some idea. We find idea. Okay, this is the first step of a research, to identify research area. Then when we identify the research, then I'm going to design research study. When we are going to design the research study. After that, when we design, without design, you cannot conduct your research. So you need to have design. Design is another workshop that about the design of an experiment, design of a research. You need to know what's design of a research. When you design your research, then going to the laboratory to doing some experiment. That experiment have some data. After that, you need to analyze. I will conduct maybe at the near end of the after you finalize your result. I have another workshop on analysis of your data, analysis of your research. You analyze your research, your data, then going to the final step. When you analyze, publish your research result. You publish your, write your thesis. This is the cycle of a research. When you publish, at the end of your at the end of your publication, in the conclusion part, you need to open some recommendation, some future research recommendation for other other readers. So they again come read your article, you read your thesis, and finally find, oh, this is a good idea. And for them, they identify another research, and this is a cycle. Thing for the here for next part, we have some research question. The framework of any research project relies on the answer to 4 important questions. When you are going to research, when you want to write, when you want to write a proposal, you want to do everything, you need to focus on 4 important questions. in a project. First, what are you going to do? What? Why are you going to do? How are you going to do? When you are going to do it? No, we need reply 4 questions in our proposal. First, what are you going to do? What? You want to do what? Title, aims, and objective. You have already your title because your lecturer provide for you. You need to provide aims and objectives. We'll clear in next slide what is the aims and what is the objectives. After that, you need to bring why you are going to do this one, why you are going to do this research. It include 2 parts: problem statement and contribution of the study. Then how are you going to do? By each objective, for reaching to each objective, we have one aim, we have different objective to reach the aim. For each objective, we need to have methodology. How you achieve to this objective, by which methodology? Okay, you need to describe the methodology. Research methods or methodology is about how are you going, and you need to provide project planning. Project planning, because you already started and you read the literature, you already know something. So in this case, you are already knows about the planning. You started by 2-3 months ago, and then each step you have some literature review, you writing the proposal, preparing your materials, how long it takes, the experiments, conduct experiment, and then analyze your research and writing your thesis. This is the project planning. So in each research, we have research questions. Why, what, why, how, when. What, why, how, when. You need to provide all of these 4 questions reply in your proposal. What are you going to do? The title, the main title, aims and objectives. Then why you want to do this? Problem statement, contribution of study. And how are you going to do? By research methodology, and then when. It's a project planning or Gantt chart that you need to provide. So the research problem. The research problem comes from where? How we can find the research problem. One of the first tasks on the way to deciding on the detail of topic of a research is to find a question. Because you have already your title, maybe this part is not shining for you. Just I want to, because it's but this part is important in research methodology. A question or unresolved or a gap in knowledge or an unanswered need. We need to, if we are looking for the identifying the research problem, a question maybe unresolved, or maybe a gap in knowledge, or an unanswered. In this step, your lecturers provide the title for you because they know what is the problem or what is the gap and what is the unanswered need. So this step, you just learn, no need to focus. This search requires an awareness of current issue in the chosen subject and an inquisitive mind. For this step, you need because you're still undergrad, maybe you are not mostly relative to the research. So, but in the next step, if you are interesting, you need to learn about the how to find the research problem. To preparing your title, your research title. This one also because it's provided for you, but you need to know about the title. The title of your research should explain in sufficient detail what you are doing so that potential readers can decide if this is relevant to their interest or not. You know, the title of research should be bring everything, should be bring everything. The title for your research should be clear and precious. Description of the topic. A title should specify sufficient detail so that places, organizations, subjects are readily identifiable. A title should use appropriate phrases to specify the nature of the investigation, such as differences between, relationship of, quantify something. No, you need to specify, use some specify phrase for starting of the title. You need to, I think if you have title and you learn something here and you check your title, maybe you can improve your title, or maybe you can revise your title to shining and it's better for your thesis. A good title should have the most important words appear toward the beginning of the title. If you are focusing, for example, in the uh, characterization of antimicrobial activity of something, it's better to bring the main words, the important words should appear at the beginning of the title, not put your main words, your important words at the end of title. It's better to come at the beginning of them. Not sure of ambiguous or confusing uh, words. Do not use the confusing word. Include keywords that will help researchers in the future find your words. Sometimes we use the keywords in the research, so it is better for your writing your final report, or maybe in the publication you need to have keywords. Here you can see a study on odor from leachate. This is one title, but this title is not good. It's ambiguous. This title is ambiguous, and this is not precious. A study on odor from leachate. Where? No. Another title that same, but it's a little bit more, information. A study investigating odor from landfill leachate. So, but it's not accurate. And then the good title, if you want, here you can see a relationship between odor and the presence of sulfurous hydrocarbons in landfill leachate sampled at a special place. Everything now clear. Everything clear. This research is a relationship between what and what, odor and presence of H2S hydrocarbons. Where? In landfill leachate samples at some place in Rovang. It's very detailed, very informative, and everything is here in this title. Then another thing about the abstract. Here maybe in your proposal you have not abstract, but for your thesis, you must have abstract. The abstract is presented at the beginning of the proposal or final. Sometimes for postgraduate, for both proposal and final report, they must have abstract. But for you, I think it's for the final report is a compulsory. But you can also add in your proposal. The reader will most likely refer to the section first in order to get an overall idea of your research and decide if it is of interest to the reader or not. After title, the readers come to the abstract. The readers come to the abstract. The abstract is a summary of the whole proposal or final report. It's a summary. It presents all the major elements of your work in a highly condensed form. All major elements of your work should be inside the proposal, inside the abstract for proposal or for final. The structure of the abstract should represent the structure of entire proposal final report and should contain all its major elements. It should include introduction, methodology, result, conclusion. Every abstract or expected result. If you are if you are writing abstract for your proposal, expected result. If you are writing your abstract for your final report, your result. All of the abstract have 4 main components: introduction, methodology, results, conclusion, or expected result. It's the structure of an abstract. Keep your abstract short and simple. In 1 page, preferably 150 to 250 words. It's a regulation, commonly they use between these two, 150 to 250. Sometimes they use 300, but the average rate between 150 to 250, and so mostly use the 200 is okay, or 200 words. A good abstract has the following qualities. Use 1 or more well-developed paragraph. It's better to use in 1 paragraph. Sometimes some extended abstract, they have 4 parts of the research: introduction, objective, introduction, methodology, results, and conclusion. It's coming in different paragraph. But in our standard here in TI, I think it should be coming in 1 paragraph. These are unified, coherent, and conscious. Use an introduction, body, conclusion structure, starting by introduction, the body, and conclusion, like a story, starting from introduction, the body, and final conclusion. All of the research, if you want to be a good researcher, you need to publish. If you want to good publisher, good publishing people, you need to write as introduction, body, conclusion, like a story, like a fiction, that starting by one introduction, then body, and then finally conclusion. Follows the chronology of the proposal or final report. Provide logical connection between the information included in it. In a story, when you are starting by a story, first you introducing the characters, then connecting to the next part, connecting to this. It shouldn't be separately. Everything should be connected together. All part in your writing must be in connection way. Follows the chronology, provide logical connection between the information and included, adds no new information. you but simply summarize. You know, in abstract, you are not going to have one new information. Abstract is all of the information that already in your thesis, in your article, in your proposal. You are not going to bring new information in the abstract. Often uses passive verbs to downplay the author and emphasize information. The research was conducted. If you write the abstract for your final report, you need to use passive verb. The research was conducted for the purpose of something. Observation were made during. Do not use the active verbs and use the passive and past for reporting for final. If you are reporting for proposal, use the future tense because you're not conducted your work and you have not any result yet. So it's better to use the collection of data will involve a relationship will be developed between something and something. You know, here you need to use the future tense in writing a proposal. All verbs in your proposal must be in future tense because you haven't any result or you didn't conduct your result your research, so you are going to. So if you want to report, if you want to write the verbs in your proposal, abstract or other part that you, for example, in the methodology part, make sure that you are writing the future tense. But when you want to change to writing the final report, you must use the past and better to be passive, past and passive verbs for final report. Past because you already done, you have the data, so use the past and passive. For the proposal, use the future tense. Remember, although the abstract comes first, it should be prepared last. You know, you cannot write your abstract at the first and then going to the other part. You must write every part, every major part of your report, your proposal, and then back collect the main part, connect everything together, like introduction, body, conclusion, write like this one, and make as abstract. Avoid the use of personal experience and opinion. It's not our personal experience. It should be in scientific. Avoid using reference or quotes. Do not use reference in your abstract. In your abstract, just objective or introduction, then your methodology and your result and conclusion. No need to bring the reference in the abstract. Okay, then you need to prepare your aims and objective. What is the aim? Aims are broad statement of desired outcome. You know, you have one title, and to reach to that title, this title going to find some aims. This is the aim of your study. Aim or aims. Maximum two aim. But it's better to be. It's depend. Sometimes in your you are in PhD, so maybe you have 2 3 phases, and each phase of your research have different aims to reach to the title, to the whole research. But for you, I think mostly you have one aim. One aim is a broad statement of desired outcome. Emphasize what is to be accomplished, not how it is to be accomplished. What is to be accomplished? How is another part. What is to be accomplished? Address the long-term project outcomes. They should reflect the aspiration and expectation of the research topic. What's your expectation from the long term, not the short term? Once aims have been established, the next task is to formulate the objective. We have one aim to, for example, to characterize the physicochemical properties of some food material. So to characterize, this is the aim. How? We have some objective. Physicochemical means we have physical, we have chemical, or maybe something related to this physical or chemical. Maybe sometimes barrier properties also is categorized as physical properties. So this is better to come here at your aims. Generally, a project should have no more than 2 or 3 aims statement. For you, I think one aim is enough. While it may include a number of objectives, but your objective should be different. Your aim better to be 1 or maybe 2, maximum 3. Depend on the level of the study, 1, 2, 3. So, but the objective is consistent with should be consistent. How? This one together, this objective shows to reach to this aim. This aim need some, some parts, how to reach to this one. This is generally, a project should have no more than 2 or 3 aims statement, while it may include a number of objectives consistent with them. Okay, the other part is objective. After aim, you have objective. The objectives are the steps you are going to take to answer your research questions, or a specific list of tasks needed to accomplish the goal of the project. So there's some steps you are going to take to answer your research question. Emphasizes how aims are to be accomplished, how you want to accomplish, to achieve the aims. Must be highly focused and feasible, should be feasible. Address the more immediate project outcome. Make accurate use of concepts. Must be sensible and preciously described. Should read as an individual statement to convey your intention. Should be individual statement. All of your objectives should be individual statement. For example, a good objective communicates your intent well and leaves little room for interpretation. Just avoid using the following verb. This is the broad way: to learn, to conduct. The objective. When you are going to write your objective mostly starting by to. Do not use to learn, to conduct, to understand, to know, to collect, to determine. You are not focusing on this. It's, for example, to learn the effect of aggregate something here. To learn, no. We are not going to use. We are not going to learn. To analyze the effect of aggregation. You are not going to learn here. You are going to analyze. And we suggesting that use please check the Bloom taxonomy cognitive levels. And that over there we have different type of the the cognitive levels. It's better to use, for example, to analyze. to determine, to evaluate, over there. Based on the cognitive levels, we have different verbs. To learn, to remember something is not in the university level. To learn, to conduct, to understand, to know. This is for maybe for primary or secondary school. So if you are going to higher level, for example, to analyze is very good level in the taxonomy, Bloom's taxonomy. Please check the Bloom's taxonomy verbs and collect the best verb from the Bloom taxonomy. For example, analyze is from Bloom taxonomy, is from the one of the higher level to analyze. So do not use this one if you want to write your objective. The next part, so the first part was be about aims and objective. Aims and objective. Aim is the main objective or aims. Sometimes we call as main objective or aim. And each aim, when you want to reach to your aim, you need to have some objective. Objective is how to step by step going to reach your aim. This is your aim. This is you are now here. One part, two part, three part. This is objective, 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 objective. When you pass this objective, you will reach to your aim. Mostly the aim is, the aim of your study is very, similar to your title. Is mostly similar to the title because your title is comprehensive. Your aim also comprehensive, but the objective is dividing by, in each objective, when you writing the objective, think how you want to do this objective. I give you an example. You want to go to Kuala Lumpur from Penang. Okay, so you decided from the home. Okay, I want first my my main objective is going to Kuala Lumpur. So I need to divide this main objective to some the main objective or the aim to some objective. Okay, first I need to go to airport. Second, from airport by flight going to Kuala Lumpur, and from Kuala Lumpur I want to go, for example, for Twin Towers. Over there by taxi I want to go there, or maybe by bus I want to go there. This is your objective. So keep in your mind, when you are writing your objective, you need to know which methodology can cover your objective. Okay, I want to go to airport. How? Writing the methodology, each in your methodology part, you need to write all of the experiment that can cover the objective. I want to go to, for example, to airport. So yeah, if I want to go to airport, okay, by taxi I can go, by bus I can go, okay, I can write, okay, by bus. It's the methodology. By airplane, okay, which type of airplane? AirAsia you want to go, Malindo, Firefly, Malaysian Airlines, or maybe other. Which? This is the methodology. We have different type of the method. For example, if you want to measure the moisture content for one sample, is one part of your objective. One of your objective is to measure the moisture content. So to measure the moisture content, I have different method based on my budget, based on my samples, everything based on situation, a different type. For example, I want to measure the moisture content of some starch. So I can put in the oven. I can use the IR method, or maybe different method. So make sure that when you're writing your objective, for each objective, you should clearly have respected methodology. Okay, you mention here in your proposal, you want to measure antimicrobial activity and antimicrobial activity. Okay, where is your method to measure the microbial activity? So the methodology, all of the methodology parts, this should describe how you want to reach your objective. So make sure that you clearly bring your detail of the methodology for each objective. Then after objective, we need to write about the problem statement, preparing your problem. Problem statement is a description of an issue that needs to be researched to see whether a solution can be found. No, this is a problem statement. Writing a problem statement should help you clearly identify the purpose of the project you will propose. It also serves as the basis for the introductory section of your final report. You know, here in your proposal, if you write a good proposal, finally, when you want to write your final report, you can easily use this part, just maybe some polishing, and then transfer from your proposal to final report. You know, the first chapter, second chapter, third chapter, you can easily find, each thesis must have one introduction part. After introduction part, you need to have literature review. After literature review, methodology, results and discussion, and conclusion. The first three chapters, if you write very good proposal, almost ready. Just your result and result discussion and conclusion you need to add to your proposal to make sure that you have a good research report. But make sure that in the methodology, because in proposal you are using the future tense, but when you want to transfer to your final report, change to the past and passive. Okay. It also serves as the basis for the introductory section. Yes, a problem statement should be short and conscious. One page is more than enough for a good statement of problem. You know, just one minute. Do not think more. Writing lots of things to 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. Why? Just one page, and clearly, every problem statement should have three, like it's like a puzzle. Problem statement like a puzzle. You need to focus and put every puzzle in its right position. A persuasive problem statement consists of three parts. The first part is the ideal. What is the ideal? Ideal is here. The reality. What is the reality? Reality here. We are here. The ideal is here. Now we are here. And the third, the consequences. What if I cannot reach to this ideal, what will happen? The consequences. Or how you can close these two together. The ideal, reality, and consequence. So these three main part of puzzle should be come together in problem statement. The ideal, explain how things should be. It's ideal, should be like this. The reality explains how the current situation falls short of the goal or ideal. Now, our current situation, we need to mention, well, okay, our current situation is here. The ideal is here, current situation here. The consequences identifies the way you propose to improve the current situation and move it closer to the goal or ideal. You know, in a good problem statement, you should bring, okay, what's the current? What is the idea? What's the ideal? What is the current? How you can close this one, these two together? How you can close this? This is the writing a good problem statement. This is one of the examples. You know, in order, just one maybe from the the different sciences. For example, in order to accomplish their missions, public universities in Kenya need motivated workforce. This is the, what is this? This part is the ideal. They need motivated workforces. Okay, this is the ideal. What's the reality? There are, however, frequent and severe disciplinary actions as well as various forms of unrest in Kenyan public university, which affect the accomplishment of the set vision. You know, our preliminary investigation reveals that both non-management and management staff are not adequately motivated. You know, the reality is this one. They are not motivated. What's the ideal? Ideal is they should be motivated. And the consequence, without effective motivational package and procedures, the said vices are likely to continue and retard the achievement of the university mission. If we cannot motivate the people, we cannot reach or achieve to the mission. Needs arises to examine the public university's motivation system and procedures, hence this proposed research. Okay, why we are proposing this research? The ideal is here, the reality is here. Okay, this proposal is come to these two together. Okay, based on your research, you know, because you already read something about the about your title, you you need to know what is the ideal now, what is the reality, and how you are going to, or why you are going to do to propose this research, to how can close this reality and the idea. Okay. Preparing your research contribution is after your problem statement is the research contribution. Sometimes they mention as rationale of the studies. Explaining how your research is new and why it matters may be a difficult task. The following are some tips writers use to indicate their research contribution. 1. Demonstrate in a sentence how your research matters to the general public. You know, after problem statement, bring this one. Demonstrate in sentence how your research matters to the general public. Review and summarize previously published research literature. Identify a gap in the previous research or problem has not been resolved or new application has not. So identify the gap, show that there is something missing or unfulfilled in the current state of the research and that there is need for this gap to be filled. And finally, present your own research as a filler for this gap. So you need, like a fiction, bring your the ideal, the current status, and how you going to reach this one. For this one, you need to bring your research contribution. For the research contribution, find gap, and then how your work can fulfill this gap. Okay, this is the writing the research contribution or rationale of the study. After that is a literature review. Literature review is one of the hating part of the research. I'm sure that you are hating this part. A little, but you need to know. You need to know. You need to do. A literature review is a description of the literature relevant to the particular field or topic. A literature review gives an overview of the field of inquiry. What has already been said in the topic? What? Who the writers are? Important. What the prevailing theories and hypotheses are? What is the theories that we currently have? What questions are being asked? What questions are being asked? What methodologies and methods are appropriate and useful? This all is the progress of the or this is the elements of the literature review. What, who, what privilege, what question, what methodologies and method. All of this together is a literature review. For literature review, what sources are considered valid? We have some valid, we have some invalid. So make sure that use the valid source for literature review. Everything relevant to your research topic that has been written and published, such as journal article, proceeding in conferences, books, historical records, government records, newspaper, thesis, dissertation, project report, technical notes and papers, standards, specification, manuals, and guidelines. These are valid. And we have some invalid or not valid. What sources are considered not valid literature? Wikipedia is not valid. You cannot refer to Wikipedia. Ignore Wikipedia because everybody can put the data over there and it's not valid. Wikipedia blogs are not valid for referring in scientific. Online forums, it's not valid. Lecture note. This lecture note that I write here is not valid for referencing. No, because it's my idea. It is not peer reviewed. So everything that not peer reviewed is not a source or valid source for literature review. Do not just summarize the research finding that others have reported. Just not put a small thing together. Okay, this is the research, this is the literature review. No, you cannot summarize. You must also evaluate and comment about each study, words and validity. You cannot directly, okay, summarize one part and then your comment, you need to comment about this study. You should conclude the review with a statement of your hypothesis or focus research questions. You are working on gelatin, for example, you cannot go bring and summarize something about a starch. No, you need to every literature review, all of the literature review that you are doing in your proposal and your final report must be in your hypothesis, must be focused in your research question, should be related to or in line with your research question. Your review should be made up of three parts: introduction, body, conclusion. For writing a literature review, you need to put again introduction, body, conclusion. Introduction should include the nature of the topic under discussion, the parameters of the topic, what does it include and exclude, the topic of your thesis, sorry, the basis for your selection of the literature. This is an introduction. Introduction part should be nature of the topic under discussion, parameters of topics, and why you choose this literature. Body, the next part of the literature review. The body should include, among others, historical background, including classic text of one part. I put as classical text or historical background. Current mainstream versus alternative theoretical or ideological viewpoints. Possible approach to the subject, empirical, philosophical, historical. Definition in use, current or past research studies, current past discoveries, principal questions that are being asked, general conclusion that are being drawn, methodologies and method in use. This is the body of the literature review. And conclusion, introduction, main, the body, and conclusion. The conclusion should include a summary of major agreements and disagreement in the literature. Okay, I bring all the literature and then agree. Some of them agree in our line and some disagreement. And you need to write why. You choose, this is a disagreement. A summary of general conclusion, a summary of where your thesis stands in the literature, in the future. In the future, what is your thesis will stand. Okay, yeah, writing a literature review is the hardest part of a report writing. But like it or not, it is one of the most important sections of your report. The good thing is that in the end, you will become an expert in your research. Really hard, but you must learn, and you need to try. You need to try and write, and then maybe if the CMCO continues and you couldn't access to the laboratory, maybe you need to extend your literature review as a review article or as a review part, extend your literature review, and no need to go for laboratory, but it's depend on the case. I just pray that the laboratory is open soon. But in the case that it's still closed until the end of semester, I think you must extend your literature. So please make sure that you learn and you write. This is in a standard format. Should be introduction, body, and conclusion format. And each part it's clear that you need to bring something here. At the end of the course, I will pass this slide to Dr. Sharifa to pass to you if you're missing something here. Acknowledging sources. Whenever you have quoted another author's theory, opinion, idea, example, conclusion, or finding, you must indicate who you took it from and where the original can be found. This is the acknowledging sources. In other words, you must acknowledge and cite your sources, all your sources, or everything, especially in the introduction part, in the problem statement, in this part, because you didn't do anything, you just bring from other literature. You must acknowledge and cite your research. If you have used another author's work and you do not acknowledge the author, then you may be accused of plagiarism. You know, you must acknowledge and cite the main source. You need to bring the main source and acknowledge. Plagiarism is the act of using another person's work as if they are your own. No, you claim that this is mine. If you are not citing the reference, it means that it's your. It's not your. It's plagiarism. It is very serious breach of academic ethic. So make sure, because our university is very sensitive to plagiarism. If you're writing your proposal, you're writing your final report, and you took some part, copy and paste from some part, without citing, without citation, without acknowledge the main source, it is plagiarism, and maybe totally you fail to pass the final year project. Please be careful about the plagiarism. I think Dr. Hayati will conduct some workshop about the plagiarism. You have committed plagiarism if you have copied more than four to six consecutive words from the other source. 4 to 6. The standard one is 5. If you copy 5 words from one source, it's a plagiarism. Copied idea originally throughout by other. If you copy the idea, even the idea, their published idea, not the idea in their mind, the published idea, if you use their idea, copied their idea, you are plagiarism. Copied research method described by others, especially if it's not common knowledge. So, copy some other people methodology without citing their name. Reported data, figures, and tables belonging to other researchers as well. This is the this is the bad thing that you may punish a lot about the reporting data, figures, tables, their results, If you reported other people's result as your own result, this is the major plagiarism, and main plagiarism is here. You can avoid plagiarism if you provide proper acknowledgement when using other person idea, opinion. Okay, you can cite them, you can acknowledge them. Any information that is not common knowledge, quotation of another person's spoken or written word, paraphrases of another person's, if you even you paraphrase one statement from the other people without acknowledging, this is also plagiarism. You must paraphrase and also include the main source. How to paraphrase? Paraphrase is a restatement of the meaning of the text or passage using other or your own words. Sometimes you're publishing one article and again you want to publish another article. If you again copy from here the new article, it is also plagiarism. This is your article. This is your article, and this is also your article. You cannot copy from the first published article and bring here, because this is a self-plagiarism. This is also have fine. This is also is not acceptable. You need to paraphrase first and then citing the origin. practice good paraphrasing. You should. If you want to paraphrase, it's not just changing some words to other meaning words or other synonym words. No, it's not paraphrasing. Paraphrasing means one, clearly understand the text. You need to first understand, okay, what? Change most of the words in the original text. Change the word orders and structure of the original text. Include an accurate reference. No, you need to understand, you need to rewrite, use may or try to change all the words and also the order of, and the structure of the original text, and must you include the accurate reference. This is the meaning of paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is not just changing some word but some synonyms. It means that you need to do this 4 sequence. Here you can see, for example, scientists and policymakers generally agree that the likelihood of flooding in the UK will increase as a result of climate change. This is one. Here, some example of paraphrasing. Scientists and policymakers agree that climate change means that the likelihood of the flooding in the UK will increase. No, no, this is exactly the same. You know, this is exact, but you change the order of the words and some small words are changing. No, this is not a meaning of paraphrase. Here you can see the original one has 2. And see 2, but here just mention 1. No, you need to put all correct. Here it's a good one. Scientists, yeah, no. When you understand this one, scientists and policymakers generally agree that the likelihood of flooding in the UK will increase as a result of climate change. The good sentence here. There is a general consensus between researchers and governments planner that climate change will lead to a greater frequency of flooding in the UK. This is one example. You see, totally different. This text and this text is totally. It's not just changing some word with the order of the words and the synonyms. No, you need to first understand. Then, when you understand the text, write your own text, and you must, you must put all of them here. You can see text, this one, all must be green. All of them must be green, not just put one. You need to be precious, acknowledge the precious differences. Okay, quoting. Quoting is another way to ignoring the plagiarism. The first one was with paraphrasing. The second one, quoting. Using quotation. A quotation is an exact reproduction of a spoken or written words. Direct quotes can provide strong evidence, act as an authoritative voice, or support a writer's statement. For example, Bell and Bell in 1999 point out in their study of something here, it put in double quote. It's exactly copied from there. But here, we put this one in quotation. We acknowledge the source. We put exactly in. This is a quotation, but we cannot use lots of quotation in your report. Just maybe a few one using this quoting. We cannot put all as quoting. No, maybe 2, 3 is okay. It's acceptable. But if you use lots of quoting, it's not valuable report. How to quote? Make sure that you have a good reason to use a direct quotation. Okay, why you want to use Quoting should be done springy and should support your own work. Why you want to not replace it, just for supporting it, not the exact. For example, make a point in your own words, then support it with an alternative quote. Every direct quotation should appear between quotation marks here. Longer quotation, more than 3 lines of text, should be started in a new line, be indented, and italic. If it's 3 line or less than 3 line, you can put directly in your text, but need to double quote. But if it's higher than 3 lines of text, you need to open a new paragraph. It need to indented and italic. That clearly shows that this part is coming from other sources. This is an example. You can see we put both in the double quote and everything. Your own words, you need to, when you want to make a quotation, you need to bring some of your own words and supported by quotation, not just bring the quotation lonely. You need to bring some your own words and you supported by the quotation. You cannot use directly, okay, quotation, quotation, quotation. Cannot. Citing differences in text. So by quoting and also by paraphrasing, you can eliminate your plagiarism. Citing the reference, how to cite? There is 2 ways to citing the reference in our text. The author or 2 authors name, year, this author, for example, Muhammad in 2020 in the bracket, in the parenthesis, found that it was found that, okay, you can bring the reference at the end, or you can start by the name of the authors and the year at the starting point. Remember, you must only mention the author's short name when citing in the text and the year the source was published. For example, Linda Johnson in 2001, you cannot say that Linda Johnson report in 2000 reported. No, Johnson, the short name. Johnson 2001 or Johnson. This is if you want to bring at the end of the sentence. This is if you want to start from the sentence, starting by sentence or at the end. If you want to write the sentences, there is mix of them. Some of them do not use just one, all of the reference coming at the end, at the end, at the end. Try to mix it. Some bring the author and the year, and then report what you want to do, what they say, and some of them bring their idea and then put the reference. So please mix and do not use just one specific. Example, according to Muhammad 2005, a large something, what image, or here you can put like this one, according to Muhammad 2005 something, and also you can report a large proportion with this sentence, a large proportion, and here, and then put the reference at the end. You can put like this one, and also you can put like this. If there are 2 authors, Muhammad Ali Abdullah and Tan Ben Kate, 2008, it's better to put Abdullah and Tan. Abdullah and Tan in 2008. Or Abdullah Tan 2000. If you want to bring at the end, if you want to starting the sentence by 2, if there are 2 authors, it's better to put 1 and sign between. If there are 3 or more authors, for example, like this one, John Michael Smith, Paul, something, blah, blah, 2011, here we bring the show a name of the main author. Main author is the first author. Here, S. Smith et al. Dot and then comma 2011. No need to bring all the names. So if one name is like previous one, like this one name, bring one name. Two names, one and between. And if three or more, bring the show name of the first author and put et al. Dot comma and the year. Or if you want to write directly, Smith et al. In the parentheses 2011. Writing the reference list. Okay, I think for our standard, you need to check the standard of the division. It's in alphabetic order. If you have referred to two or more article by one, at the end of the reference, you need to bring all in a alphabetic order. If you have referred to two or more articles by the same author, then arrange according to the year published. Earliest article first. Okay. This author, I want to bring two articles from same author. That one of them published in 2001, one in 2007. The 2001 coming earlier. If you have referred to two or more articles by same author from same year, if same author, same year. If different year, the earlier coming first. But if same author, same years, we need to put 2003A, 2003B, by lowercase a and b, we bring A and B together, and then reporting inside the text and also at the bibliography at the end of reference. Okay, about the books, author, title, book, you need to bring like this one. About the journals, you need to bring the journals and reporting this one. This one need to be intended here. Proceeding, you need to report proceeding like this one. About the standard, name of the, this is a standard reference, and also about the thesis, how to use the in the referencing of bibliography, the thesis, how to put the thesis as a reference like this one. Article published on the internet, sometimes it's just internet, name of the website, the date that you have access and read, and from the URL. For example, this one, date, and this is the retrieve when it's appear, or when you watch that one. It's published by June 29, 2012. This one, but I access to that one by 3rd January 2013. From this website, for example. Newspaper, author, date, title of article, name of newspaper, and the page number. This one, for example, one type of the reporting. This is a little bit confusing. So I will, by around 15 minutes, I will teach you how to use EndNote or other citation manager. You can use almost, they work same, but I will teach you how to use the EndNote for citing the articles inside the works. So here you can see it, learn to using one citation manager software like EndNote, Mendeley, ProCite for your citation and referencing. Yeah, because it's in this case you are not caring about the typing, and also just by one click you can change everything. No need to directly copy and then publishing and checking, because the EndNote or other citation manager can do it automatically. And the last thing about the Gantt chart, when, now we have Gantt chart. Gantt chart, we need to prepare one Gantt chart. We need to put here, for example, the year for you, because one part in 2020 and another part in 2021, you need to have this one. For example, here, this is one for one of my students. You can see literature review, because it's a PhD, right? Take your literature review until when you are writing, or maybe the final part, the literature review should be there. You are every day reading the new literature, and you need to use the literature. Here, the procurement of the material, chemicals, and this is different phases and different. Just show in one Gantt chart that when you are going to finish, and because your time is fixed, you need to know that you already started, because here no need to put from the day to day, or from the day that you are going to defend your proposal. You started maybe in June, July, or August. You need to write, okay, literature review, I started from August, and then coming here, and hopefully finish by May, and then by June, July, I think you are going to defend and finalize your final year project. I'm not sure about the deadline, but you need to check and put each part at here. Okay, as a summarizing, a project proposal is a persuasive document. The objectives of a proposal are to identify what work is to be done, explain why this work needs to be done, show that you are capable of doing the work, have a credible management plan and technical approach, and have the resources needed to complete the task within the specified time. This is a project proposal. Should be persuasive. What, why, and when. Yeah. And also the how. How, here, because it's based on your work, different students have different methodology. As I mentioned for you, each objective should have a specific methodology. And each methodology, when you want to write a methodology, you make sure that the methodology must have reference. Some of the reference are the published article, some of them are standard. You need to refer and cite the exact method. Detail of the method. Each method, you need to write the method and detail everything. Also about the materials that you are going to use. Everything should be clear in the methodology section. So your proposal must have introduction. About the introduction. Introduction is about the problem statement, and also the research contribution, aims and objectives, and literature review is the second part of your what we call it, second part of your proposal. And the third part is the methodology. Methodology should be clear, and each method should be cover one objective. You cannot, for example, you have not any moisture content in your objective, and there is nothing over there in physical or physical-chemical properties, but you mention about the measuring moisture content. All of the methods in methodology part should be consistent with your objective. Your proposal should contain following abstract, and I think it's better to put one abstract. If you put better, it's a professional. Introduction should be include of background of a study. Sometimes I recommend to put background of the study, maybe around half page, about the overall thing that the reader ready for problem statement. problem statement, and objectives, scope and limitation, contribution of the study. This is the limitation. Maybe you are not familiar with the limitation. Limitation is not that we are in, sometime maybe one person put their limitation as, okay, we are in MCO and we cannot do this. No, this is not limitation. Limitation in a research is the limitation in your factors. For example, I cannot reach to, if I am using nanoparticles, I cannot use more than 5%. Why? Because the FAO or maybe FDA is not approving using in food more than 5%. So this is a limitation. Limitation should be scientific, not the, okay, we have not this equipment at our school. No, it's not limitation. Limitation means that scientific limitation and limitation in the factors that you are going to measure. The third part is literature review. You need to have a good and brilliant literature review from the introduction, body, and conclusion. It's good literature review. Try to write some good literature review. Methodology that I mentioned, that different source of you are going to buy the material from where or which brand you are going to use in the methodology, and all of the methods that you are going to mention. It is better to bring the method parts from non-constructive to constructive. For example, mechanical properties is destructive, is a destructive, and it means that the material will be destroyed during this experiment. From non-destructive to destructive. If you want to measure the color is not destructive. Okay, the color is come first, and then mechanical properties. It's better. It's optional, but I recommend that from non-destructive come to destructive. Also, you can mention about the expected result and references, plan or Gantt chart. Sometimes they put the Gantt chart before references, sometimes put after references, but you must have Gantt chart. Okay, this is the introduction part, literature review, methodology, references, and plan action or Gantt chart is compulsory for you. Okay, good. Thank you for your attention until here. We have half an hour, 5 minutes time. If any question, please let me know. Else, I'm going to teach you in a short time how to use EndNote. If any question, please let me know. If no, I'm going to open the EndNote. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I need to, okay. This is EndNote. If you have already, in last time USM has subscription to EndNote, but I think they removed the subscription. If you're using Mendeley, okay, you can continue using Mendeley. If you are interested to use the EndNote, don't forget that you need to remove Mendeley and then install the EndNote. If you have not access to EndNote, I can provide a free version for you. If you're interested, you can ask Dr. Sharifa. I will send the link to her to share with you in your group. You can download and you can install. When you install the EndNote, you have one like this one. When you run the EndNote, you have one empty file here. you need to save it. Okay, you need to save it. And when you install EndNote, when you're installing EndNote, your word processor here, you can see there is one menu here. It's EndNote. I'm using EndNote 8. Currently, EndNote X8 is EndNote 18. I think currently EndNote 20 is in the market, but I'm using EndNote 8, X8, and it's okay. So first, it is better to use EndNote because it's easy for you if you learn. I think just if you attend just 10 minutes, you will learn easy. It's very easy, and it's help you to easy citing. Okay, so when you install the EndNote, all your Office program must be closed, like Word, Excel, PowerPoint must be closed because it cannot install when they are open. Need to close, install EndNote. When you open, when install complete, uh, and you open, you can see here one new tab here as EndNote, EndNote X8 or EndNote 18 because this one EndNote 18 or EndNote X8. You have something here that it's easy. I will show you that how to use. Okay. Here in EndNote, you can add manually the reference. Okay, here the reference. Just mostly I use the APA, but I think that our school also using APA. It's a style of the output of your reference. Here, new reference. You can add new reference here, and you need to put the name of the authors, the year, the title, journal name, volume, issue, everything. And then when you close, it will be appear here. It's not recommended. No, put everything here. I need to go. This is a shortcut way. That one you directly put there by manually adding. But I recommend you to download from the original website. It's easy. You can see here, for example, I am looking for something on, for example, gelatin, gelatin hydrogen, for example. It's better to, if you want to search the academic or maybe some scientific reference, it's better to use instead of the Google, looking in Google Scholar. Google Scholar is better than Google because it gives you the some major thing that it's just published in scientific base. Okay, here it's bring you some differences. Okay, this one control release, maybe this one is in Elsevier 1998. I recommend you, when you are using the references, use the latest published article. For example, you can customize here in Google Scholar. For example, since 2016 above, it's better. So here, okay, this one maybe I'm interesting and I reading this one. I want to cite this article here from the Elsevier. Okay, there is two ways you can download directly from Google Scholar. That I am not recommending you. It's better to download from the original website. For example, here I'm going to when you click on this link, it's directly going to Science Direct or Elsevier. Okay, I want to cite this article. I want to use this article in my publication. Okay, just a minute. Just a second. Waiting that everything appear here. Okay, site. And see here, there is one menu here. That's site. Okay. Save to report, export to EndNote reading RIS file. EndNote reading RIS file. If I click this one, RIS, it asks me, you want to open or you want to download? I want to open by EndNote. Okay, just I confirm. Can see here, it's okay. It's appearing. No need to enter by hand. All the citation, all the web, the databases have their citation, and you by clicking the citation, you can import easy to EndNote. You can see here, if I double click on this, the name of the author, the year, the title of the article, journal, and the volume, everything that it's automatically coming here. Why? When I can easy, when you want to close this one, just close this a small cross. No need to put this one is closing the whole. But this one, no need to save, because this is database, and the database, when you import something here, it's automatically this one automatically, what we call it, it's safe. Okay, I bring one more article. Okay, maybe this one from Elsevier, for example. I want to check the other website. Okay, first one. This one I want to also bring this one. Okay, I open this one. I'm looking for the citation. I want to cite this one. Okay, now you can see here, export. What as RIS? It's a RIS. If you're using Mendeley, this is export to Mendeley. But I want to use in EndNote. EndNote reading the RIS file. Okay, this one, citation and abstract. Okay, I can. It's better. I have the abstract also. Okay, you can see. Yeah, you can just bring the abstract or citation just, or citation and abstract. Okay, here you can see I imported this one, another one for 2020. Okay, now I have two reference here. I want to refer, for example, this one, electrochemical printing of calcium alginate. I want to cite in the Word file here, in the Word file. For example, researchers reported something that they reported on reference one. Okay, then I want to bring the reference one here. You can see here the reference one is in the EndNote. This one is my reference. My reference. I want to cite this article in my Word file. Okay, I just make it blue. You can see I just make it blue. If 2, 3, 4, you want to put multiple reference here, just press the keep the control button on your PC or laptop, and then by click you can choose if you want to put both. But I want to put just one. Just I want to refer to this article. I choose this one. Then I'm going to the Word here in the EndNote tab. Here, insert citation. Okay, insert selected citation. Which selected? That selected that I already make it blue. Just by pressing, by clicking, it's make blue. Then that's all. You can see here. Okay, it's in Springer, Vancouver. No, I want to change to for example, APA. Okay, and see, this is the name, and then no need to write by hand. It's good. You can then uh, enter, and then okay, you can put in the last page, all references coming at the end. Okay, then for another one, I want to write something again, and then I want to reference. Okay, put that at the end and make sure that the reference, the reference must be have one a space here, and then after that should be closed by one dot here. Okay, I put the dot here, and I want to bring then the next reference here. Okay, this reference I choose, then I back to the Word file, again EndNote 8, insert selected citation. Okay, that's all. And then you can see it's automatically bring and put it here, and it's arranged by the alphabets. You see, it's very good. No need to caring about, okay, this, which of them is the last name, short name. Okay, that's all. And then if I want to download one more article here. For example, I want to check different databases. Maybe I'll check the second page, ACS, Elsevier, Spring. Okay, this one. For example, I want to download from Springer the citation. Okay, I just click on this one, going to this one, cite this article. So cookies. Okay, cite this article. Here, download citation, and then open. That's all. It's easiest way to bring your references. Okay, this one. The name is, for example, Yanni. This one must be this one, Yanni et al. I want to put Jiang et al. Yanni et al. Is the last name. Yanni et al. I want to say that okay, they said something here. For example, Yanni et al. Reported that something. They reported something. That's okay. Now, as I mentioned in the methodology, you can put the reference at the end of the sentence, or you can bring the name or et al. Or one name or two names. It's depend. You put here. Then here you can see I want to put this one. Just I want to mention this reference. Okay, here after et al. I put the cursor, then going to EndNote. Okay, this one, the Yanni here, Yanni. Okay, this one, yeah. I choose this one, make it blue. Then again back to the word. Here, I want to cite that article, but not at the end. I want to put here. I again exact same method, insert selected citation. Okay, it's put here, and then it's bring it at the I think it's better to put Jiang et al. This one is better to put Jiang et al. Because the Jiang, okay, Jiang et al. Everything here appear. Now I don't want this one. I just want to keep the year here. I click right, edit citation, exclude author. It means that remove the author name, just keep the year. Okay, that's all. You have this one. You have this one, and you have the references at the end. How many 100 references you can easily cite here. without any worry about the type, the how it is coming, it is bit at all, it is automatically uh, put for you. Okay, so this one, okay, I want to show if you have multiple citation. For example, I want to okay, I want to bring one from Wiley, and another one I want to bring from this one. This one, I want to add some more. Okay, export to RIS. Okay, that's all. This one from elsewhere. Okay, and then another one from Wiley. Okay, Wiley here in tools, export citation, export citation. This one, and then RIS. Okay, or maybe you can choose directly EndNote. RIS also for reference manager and ProSite, you can choose directly also RIS. EndNote also you can choose. And then download. Okay, can see my GD and this one go. Okay, I want to put my GD and go at new references. I choose this one go and my GD here, and then going to Word file. Okay, for example, some okay, some researchers reported about gelatin gels. Okay, I want to just put one double reference. Okay, check your reference. I choose these two references and I want to reference here. Okay, just insert citation, insert selected citations. And you can see here both citation coming together. See, this is a method of APA. You can, okay, you can see here all of your reference is coming by the by alphabetically. Okay, maybe your lecturer asks you, okay, change your reference to number. Oh, it's very hard. You need to change this one and then change one. Okay, it's not a okay. It's easy method. No need to go and doing manually. Just change the style. Okay, the style, the number. Okay, that's all easy. It's changed to number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a respected references. That's coming all. Yeah. That's all. It's easy. The easiest method to citing the references using the EndNote. Again, I mentioned you. Please use, download, and read the latest article mostly from maximum 5 years ago, because you're young and it's better to read the new. And if you reference the newest article in your proposal, in your thesis, it's better for you. Okay, that's all for today. If you have any question, I'm here to reply you. If you have not any question, uh, and interesting to, I will send this handouts to Dr. Sharifa to pass you. And also, if you are interested to use the EndNote, I have the latest version. This one, I think, previously, because USM was subscribed, I had from that time. You can, if you are interested to use EndNote, ask me or Dr. Sharifa. I will give you the link to download and install and use for your reference citation. I hope you have very good journey in your um, research and enjoying your time. If you have any question, let me know. If you have not any question, you can enjoy your time and take your time. Any question? Okay, how we can do if we would like to cite the reference that used inside the reference we find. Okay, it means that you you're reading one article. This is a question, a good question from Kiyin. Thank you for this good question. Okay, you know, sometimes I read something from one reference. In this reference, they mention something that the reference is another thing. Okay, this is this one. In this case, you must refer to the original one. For example, I give you an example. I want to refer to Newton's law. Okay, Newton's law is for Newton. If I discuss about the Newton's law and I cited the Newton's article in my article, you want to also using Newton law and you read this one in my article. If you just want to refer, about the Newton law, you must refer to the original. But sometimes I applied Newton laws to measure something. Okay, then you need to. But in my article, I reference to Newton's about the Newton law. In this case, if you want to refer that, okay, the application of Newton laws in that system shows that something. Okay, this one you want to report. In this case, you need to report both the original, the Newton laws, and the application. But mostly, if you want to use the same theory, you need to refer to the original references. Any other questions? Is it clear, Kiin? Okay. Any other questions? You can open your microphone. Ask me question. If you also can type in chat box. I can read now. If you have not any question, you can enjoy your time and stay safe. I am uploading this video in my YouTube channel. You can find my YouTube channel by searching my full name. I think most of you already know my full name, Abdul Reza Mohammadi Nafchi. You in YouTube you can find the link and I will upload there. You can if you want to redo and you want to learn something, you can check my YouTube channel and maybe you want to use EndNote if you have any question. You can over there. Also, you can comment there, and I try to reply your comments also on the YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe my YouTube. Okay, I just stopped the recorder.